Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. Well, I wasn't going to do a video today. I just got my cell phone and no microphone, so excuse the quality. But I came over here to visit my parents and I thought I would do a quick Luba 1 update. Now, as y'all know, I have the OG Luba 1 from the original Kickstarter, so this thing has some miles on it and it's seen some things. It's been going without much trouble at all. I don't live here. I live 40 some odd miles away, and Luba just does its schedules, and I don't hardly ever have any problems with it. Now, a couple weeks ago, it did get stuck in the front yard on what I assume was a pine cone, but ever since then, it's been going fine, and before that, it was months since I've had the previous problem. There's not much to maintain this time of year, but once a week it goes out and makes some new lines in the dormant front yard. It still is going out once a week, which really it shouldn't be because it's kind of causing some Luba donut holes where the grass is dead. You can tell where it does its maneuvering a lot because right there's a spot, and then all along its pathway here is nice and worn out. There's no grass, and that's just because it's so dry here. If it was nice green lush grass, it would be a lot more survivable than this. The point of this video is just checking out the condition of Luba. It's been going several months since I've came over and even put my eyeballs on it, so let's see what it looks like. My dad did say that he sprayed the top of it off a week or two ago, so it probably was much dirtier than it is right now. But this is the current condition of my original Luba 1. You can see the tires. They still got pretty good tread on them, but they're starting to wear just a little. And one thing I'm kind of halfway concerned about is they seem to be kind of leaning towards the inside. I don't know if that comes across in the video, especially the left tire, or the one on this side. I don't know which way the camera's gonna show, but it seems to be leaning in more, and I'm just wondering if maybe the bearings or something's starting to wear out. But other than that, I don't see any physical damage. Now, there is some damage that you can't see. Let's go ahead and power it down and pull it off the charger. I think I powered it down. Yeah, it rolls freely. So that's how you know if it's powered down or not, is if it rolls freely. If it was powered up, you definitely couldn't do that. So checking out the bottom side here, it certainly doesn't look horrible. Wow, that's a huge bee. That bee is flying, carrying a cicada. He's gonna be full. Even gonna fit in your hole? I guess it did. No more cicada. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, look at that. There's some trash stuck back in there. Looks like a leaf, but it's not. It's plastic. We're gonna have to lower the cutting deck to maybe get that out. Okay, you hit the stop button, and then you're gonna double click the grass button. Okay, that's probably far enough. So now you can see the blades are a lot lower than they were. Well, looky there. This is why you need to perform regular maintenance. Luba here has kind of been on autopilot for the last few months, so I had no idea that was there and nobody checked. The newer models of the Luba and the Yuka don't have this giant thing here to get as much stuff stuck under, so it's not as much of a deal on the newer models, but there you have it. It's a problem on my older model. You see this rubber piece back here is completely ripped and broken. That is a direct path to the inside of the mower. So now dust and water can get through this barrier to the inside of the mower. So before you spray off the bottom of your Luba with water, you're going to want to make sure your rubber pieces are in good shape and still intact. So that's the only other damage that I know about currently on this Luba. I'm going to have it cut the only little patch of green grass we have here this time of year. The mole has been busy. But I'm going to tell it to cut this area, and then I'm going to just have it stop before it gets further than 50%, because there's no reason to cut any of that. Just like there's no reason to cut any of this. It's just still on the schedule. It's the only reason it still goes out here. And there it goes. Old reliable OG Luba 1. Got probably 500,000 kilometers on it. It's going to mow. I mean, it doesn't obviously need to mow this, but it has to mow this to be able to get out there. So this guy's gonna start here and cut this area. It's gonna have to use some four-wheel drive over here where this mole has absolutely destroyed. It'll be fun to see if it can get through all this mess. And then it's gonna have to ram into these giant hills out here where the mole has gone crazy again. So we'll come back and check on this guy in just a little bit once he gets to some grass that's actually cuttable. I could have started it at 10%, but it's fine. He can start right where he's at. Now that I got that bottle out of there, I bet OG is much happier chomping away at this grass without a giant bottle sticking in there. It's still running nice and quiet for being almost 2 years old. Let's watch him go through this. No problem. It's gonna go up there and do a zero turn. With the grass being dead like that, those zero turns are kind of rough. No problem whatsoever. You saw it kind of slow down for a half second. One of those pieces of grass was tall enough to trigger the ultrasonic sensors. Uh-oh. Oh, it got out. It was stuck for a second. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to save it. But it backed out of it. It's trying to do one of its turns right in the mess. It got out. Look at that. Four-wheel drive for the win. Well, I went inside talking to my dad for a while, and I missed him plowing over this first molehill here. Evidently it wasn't a problem. You can see he kind of bottomed out a little. The next pass is going to take him right over this giant one. I would love to have like a spot mowing feature where I can get the map and just draw a circle here on where I want him to mow inside this zone, but that's not possible. Would be cool. I mean, it's almost like what's that feature, lawn art, where you can place a objects somewhere on the lawn, you would think they could do it a spot mowing function, place a circle or a square on the lawn and say only mow inside that. But here he comes back. Let's see if he can get over this hill. Oh, he's not gonna hit it head on. It's gonna be the next pass. Place your bets now. Is Luba gonna be able to get over that hill? Just fine. Bottomed out on it again, but was able to clear it. No problem. Molehill is conquered. So that's going to be the end of our quick video today. Let's go ahead and stop this guy, tell him to go home. So Luba's going to go home now, and you can see over here what it did. And you can see all his little turnarounds here in the dirt. It wouldn't be that bad if there was grass there, but it's just dirt this time of year. There's that giant bee that just carried a whole cicada into its nest, so we want to stay away from him. The little green patch is nicely mowed from our OG Luba 1. It's going to go take a break for the night, and I think it mows the north side of the front yard on Monday night, so it will be out there mowing nothing starting at 8 p.m. till probably 3 a.m. But keeps those nice lines in the lawn, and that looks really good. So thanks for watching this quick update video on Luba 1, and I will see y'all in the next one.